Hi guys, in Parliament on Monday there was an urgent question put to the Prime Minister about making a statement on the Register of Ministerial Interests and the Ministerial Code. This of course follows the resignation of Dominic Raab, the Deputy Prime Minister, for bullying, or more precisely the resignation following the results of an inquiry into bullying. But while you can imagine most MPs would be against bullying, Sir Desmond Swayne is against providing enough time for complaints to be made against ministers. This guy is weird.
Sir Desmond Swayne.
How swiftly will the government act to reduce the time in which complaints about ministerial behaviour can be made?
Minister.
Well, the right honourable gentleman, right honourable friend, is a lover of brevity, and the truth is he will have seen in the Prime Minister's letter to the former Deputy Prime Minister that it is necessary to make sure that any shortcomings in the historic process are addressed. He has asked the Cabinet Office to look at that, and we intend to do so swiftly.
What the heck is that all about? So you don't want people who have real concerns about bullying, for example, or who have been bullied, you don't want to give them sufficient time to report this to the minister. You know, as I said before in other videos, there's a massive power imbalance here. You have a minister who can't be sacked because if they make a mistake or if they bully someone, unless the Prime Minister pressures them to do so, pressures them to resign or sacks them themselves. It's not like a manager in a company. You take them to an employment tribunal and they get sacked, or the company compensates you for the bullying. This is government. You don't get that unless it's Priti Patel. But in the case of Dominic Raab, he was clearly bullying people, and the Prime Minister, a number of Prime Ministers, ignored that. You know, making complaints to Boris Johnson is not going to get you anywhere, and making complaints to Rishi Sunak will take some time for him to respond. But this idea that you need to reduce the time that people can make a complaint is ridiculous. Now, why is he doing that? Because it's about defending our team. This is what it's always about. Our side, defend our side. Whatever they do, we will defend it. Can you imagine if it was the Labour Party? Do you think Sir Desmond Swayne would stand up and say we need to limit the amount of time that civil servants can make complaints against Labour ministers? Of course he wouldn't. He'd be saying they need as much time as possible, or even more time than is necessary, because he would be against the Labour leader or the Labour government. Once again, this throwing civil servants under the bus for political benefit is really disgusting, because these are people who are employed to implement government policy, but also to respect the rule of law. And of course, government ministers don't care about the rule of law, it seems. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot.